Hi, everyone. My name is Victoria Newman, and I am a life coach. How are you this morning? It is cold here in Western New York, but that's besides the point. So, I have a question for you. Are you doing just enough or plenty? Now, when I hear that question, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do just enough. I want to do plenty. But this is where just enough is exactly the right amount. Now, I don't know about you, but um, are you a person that you find it's really hard to say no to people? That you say yes if somebody asks you, "Oh, can you help me with the kids?" Da 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 da, or I just don't have time to get to this. Could you do this? Or oh, but you're so good at making that salad. Could you make that salad? Like, are you the person that says yes even when you know your plate is overflowing? Okay, or how about are you the type of person that has a really hard time asking for help? Just because, let's face it, you know that you're going to do it better than if you ask somebody else, and they're not going to do it the same way that you would have liked it done. And so you're just going to go back after they've done it and fix it. Is that you? Oh, like that just feels wicked heavy. But right, like some of us fall into that. Some of us have a really hard time saying no because we feel like if we say no, then we're not being good people, or we're not thinking of others first. And sometimes the reason that we do everything on our own and don't ask for help is because it just drives us batsy if it's not done a certain way. And so even though it's a hassle and it takes more time, and it means that we're just that much more frustrated because we have to do the thing because nobody else can, that we set ourselves up behind. And so we end up doing plenty instead of more than enough. And you're probably tired, you're probably exhausted, you're probably wiped out at the end of the day. You get home and you might be cranky, you might be irritable, and family might be like, "Oh man, and you get home and you come through the door and they have all these questions and they want you to do all these things and you're just like, "Guys, listen, I just need 5 minutes." But even 5 minutes isn't enough. So what do you do? How do you fix it? How do you make it better? So if you need change, how do you change? Do you quit cold turkey? Or are you the type of person that likes to take it slow and kind of like slowly wean yourself off a process? Well, interestingly, if you look at statistics of how people like change or quit, um, people that do cold turkey are 25% more effective, more successful. And what are the downfalls, right? Like, let's just lay it out there. So when you make change, what's going to happen? What are the risk factors involved? The risk factors are people are going to get PO'd at you, right? They're going to get PO'd because you're going to start saying no when you were always saying yes. And they're going to be like, well, come on already. You used to always do that. I don't know why it's a problem now, right? It's going to happen. It is. There's nothing. It just is. It is. And then the other part is that you might not hang out with some people that you were hanging out with before because they're always pulling from you and putting plenty more on your plate. And so you might start hanging out with people that don't ask much from you, that you can just hang with and be chill and sit, instead of those people that are always asking you to do so much for them and pulling you in different directions. The benefits, you might begin to find out what you really like, what you really value, what is really important to you on your list of priorities, values. And once you start doing more things that are aligned with what are important to you, with what you value, things might become a little bit more fun, a little bit more less hectic, less crazy, and more enjoyable. And if you're hanging out with people that are trying to do the same things, they're going to respect you for saying no and putting yourself into that consideration instead of just everybody else. I know as a kid I was always for the underdog, always. And I just had this, I was never really told by my parents that I couldn't do anything. They probably should have told me a couple times, but they didn't, thankfully. And so I just had this confidence, like because I didn't know any different, right? And a lot of the things that we do because of how we grew up, like what we grew up with for um, popular sayings from our parents, from our siblings, what we used to hear, what was always being told to us. Um, and so that's what we take on, not realizing that we're taking it on. And so, like I said, I was always for the underdog. So if I knew somebody was getting picked on, I would I would try to stand in because I figured, well, I'm okay. I'm good. So let them pick on me because it wasn't going to affect me like it was the other person that maybe had something else going on. Right? So that was always a thing. And so it's very easy to get into that, putting yourself in somebody else's shoes and taking the brunt. But taking the brunt all the time can wear you down. And then you can start to believe the crap that people are saying because people aren't always nice. Right? Go figure. Okay, so what's my point? So my point is if you are doing plenty instead of just enough, there is an opportunity for you to grow. There is an opportunity for you to get out of that crazy cycle of constantly doing, saying yes, doing all the things, being around people that are keeping you in that cyclone, if you will, of the cycle, and getting out and actually understanding who you are and working from who you are and then working out instead of trying to appease other people and work from there. And that is with life coaching. I mean, granted, there are some issues that, yes, mental health professionals are the people to go to. And then outside of that, if you're looking for a change in your career, or if you're looking to make change in your life, or you're just saying, Vicki, my career has always come first, and now I'm ready to settle down, but I just don't even know where to start. These are the things. These are the things where life coaching comes in. Life coaching gives you clarity, it gives you confidence, and it helps you to build connections, not only with other people, but with yourself first. And truly, that's where it starts. That's where the magic begins. You have to do the work yourself before you can help others. And I think what we've learned as society, we do for everybody else and assume that that's going to bring us joy. And it does, right? It does bring us joy to be able to do for others. But we have to do the work at home first, and home is here. Okay, so are you doing plenty or are you doing just enough? I'd love to hear. And if you'd like to hear more about life coaching, I'd love to connect with you. You can go to my website, which is Coaching and Bodywork by Vicki with an IE.com. Check out that website, sign up for a discovery call, just click on the button, and then it will give you a calendar, sign up for a time. It just gives us an opportunity to have a conversation. So I have a time in my calendar where I know I will be connecting with you, and we can just talk about what you're trying to do, talk about what's going on in your life. Totally free, gives us an opportunity to figure out if I can help you, what you're looking for, where we can go, and move forward. All right, so again, the question is, are you doing just enough or plenty? And what's typically your strategy? Are you a cold turkey or do you wean yourself off slowly? All right, folks, I hope you're having a great day and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.